So let's talk about cholesterol, right? That seems to be the supervillain in the storyline of cardiovascular disease and heart disease. And is it really the villain that it's been made out to be? I say no, not at all. And I'm going to tell you why. I used to have this chart. It's somewhere in my house. I moved my clinic, I moved out of my clinic, closed it down years ago. And I've got this laminated chart that's different colors. And what it was somebody actually put together, they went through the World Health Organization's data and they put together all causes of mortality, or the main ones at least. There was at least 20 different causes on there, and their relationship to cholesterol levels. And in every single case, those with super low cholesterol were dying at a much higher rate than those with high cholesterol. Right. And that was very compelling. And so I would show this to every patient when I had this conversation in clinic. And it was usually on the first or second visit. And I'd be like, this is, you've been lied to. And because the folks with the highest cholesterol levels on those, and this is all over the world, mind you, the folks with the highest cholesterol levels on those, on that chart, were living the longest with less disease. So, I mean, that's fairly compelling. And people would balk. And obviously, again, like the two lobes of their brain would start fighting, because this is back in the early 2000s when I'm started having this conversation with patients, and patients were like, what? And their initial reaction is to fight back, which is, that seems to be my life story. Tell people things that they're not comfortable hearing. That's actually the truth. And then they get mad at you. And low levels of cholesterol have been known to cause more accidents. Folks with low cholesterol, i.e. me, this is something I've battled for a long time, increases of all-cause mortality, increases from accidents, higher levels of dementia, and lowered immune function. Turns out you need cholesterol for healthy immune function and brain function. So again, 20 to 25% of your brain is literally made of cholesterol. If you were to look at a cadaver's brain, it's like the consistency of butter almost. It's wild. Hi, Murphy. I got little Murphy here. He's awfully cute. He got a haircut. Let's show everybody your haircut, Murphy. Oh, he's got his little coat on because we're so cold here. He got a little haircut though, so you can actually see his little face. Hi, Murph. He's so cute. He's such a nice dog. Havanese are really cool little dogs. Brave, fun, smart little critters. Also, the cholesterol you ingest has very little to do with the cholesterol levels in your blood. As I said, your endogenous or internal production of cholesterol has way more to do with some factors I'm about to go into than it does with what you're eating. Now, if you're type 2 diabetic, because of what I'm about to bring up, it will impact you. So, you start slamming fat, especially bad fats, right? We don't ever want to eat bad fats. I've talked about this in the past, and some call it seed oils, but rancid, gross trans fats and industrial seed oils are garbage for your cells, and we don't want to eat them. So that's not going to help anybody's cholesterol level. But it's not because of what you think. It's not the cholesterol you're eating magically turning into the cholesterol in your blood that they run on labs. That's not how this happens. I'll tell you why. The bulk of the cholesterol that you see on your labs is not coming from your daily egg yolks. So please, for the sake of God, stop throwing away your egg yolks. It makes no sense to me. When people tell me they eat egg whites, I'm like, why? Why would you do that? Like, why would you throw away the yolk? The yolks where all the nutrients are, things that's really hard to get, things that are really good for your brain, like choline. Like, look at that yellow color. Like, why on earth would you be eating? I mean, I would almost consider egg whites worthless, to be honest with you, if you were to ask me to compare them to yolks. But somehow we got that. You see what I'm saying? Like, in my lifetime, the nonsense I've watched evolve in the nutrition world is just mind boggling, that people still to this very day are like, oh, I'm a strength and conditioning person and I'm going to up my egg whites. And I'm like, why don't you just up your eggs in whole? Just eat more eggs, right? Like, makes no sense. So anyway, it's not coming from your eggs. It's coming from your endogenous production. It turns out that cholesterol is the precursor for all of your sex hormones, like estrogen and testosterone. And when your body is aging and your hormonal production is waning naturally, your body starts to endogenously increase production of cholesterol in an attempt to supply the body and the specific hormonal organs with the substrate to make more hormones. So it's a natural reaction to aging to have your cholesterol creep up. Now, in today's society, maybe 20, 30 years ago, I could have said that would be the cause of your higher cholesterol as you age. I am going to probably blame it on busted metabolic health, which you guys know my whole platform is about metabolic health. So that's what we're going to talk about here in detail, plus a couple other topics that tie into it, because that's actually what's going on with people. And many of the different roles of cholesterol, like, we think of LDLs and HDL, we think LDL is the bad guy and HDL is the good guy. It's way more complicated than that, and that is not correct. But their roles in our body are, energy delivery, quorum sensing, meaning they help you neutralize pathogens. They're really intimately related to your immune system function. Fat soluble deliveries, so getting, your fat soluble K, A, E, D around the body, and then antioxidant delivery. Now, these LDLs we know contain high levels of antioxidants, and it's because when free radicals attack LDL and they oxidize, LDLs oxidize, that's when we have trouble. It's not the LDL that's the bad guy. It's oxidized LDL. That's the bad guy. We don't want that. And it has its own endogenous supply of antioxidants to protect it.